You always wanted to do a World Conquest, but you don't have a single DLC? YouTubers only show gameplay with the DLCs. Hello guys and welcome back to my Ottomans campaign. As you remember, in the last episode we finally entered the age of absolutism. We spawned a lot of absolutists and we are in the middle of the court and country disaster. It is going to end in less than 10 years, so in the next couple of years I'm going to deal with my overextension. I'm going to try stopping this coalition from spreading. Like, all of those nations cannot join it because I have good relations with them. The others cannot join because we have truce, so be controlling it. So at one point those guys will just resign. And in the meantime I need also to attack Russia, because you can see through Siberian frontier they're going farther here into Siberia, and I want just to stop them from expanding. Right now the war score cost is 470%, and I want to keep it that way. As I'm not increasing the autonomy in the provinces because of absolutism, there's also a lot of rebels ongoing. I have a lot of unrest. I was decreasing even the autonomy in terms of the provinces. So before I declare Russia, I need to deal with this. And this should be easy to deal. We just need to core a couple of provinces. I think even coring those few in exactly this month should help. Yes. And now our unrest, it's better, but with those court as well, there should be just a couple of provinces with rebels. What is definitely going to help us with the stability of the country is getting humanist ideas. First of all, with our religious unity, and with better religious unity, the stability cost will be better. And I'm just waiting right now to overextension go down to 0. Now instead of 170 points for the stab, I'm paying just 95. That's positive. This is even better, and we have almost no more problems with the rebels. I'm just thinking, what should I do? Should I attack Russia right away because I saw that they have just 50,000 troops? Or should I wait for the truces with Malwa in the next year, Medibar in the next year? I think there will be too many truces ending in 2 years, so this would be my key priority. They might get maybe 1 or 2 more provinces here in the meantime. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that, but I'm going to get claims on East Prussia, so this whole region, and I'll get 3 admin points if I conquer just 1 province here. Problem is, Denmark is my coalition. Truce with Malwa just ended. They're guaranteed by Jaumpur, so let's see if they're going to help. They will be helping, so I'll get rid of them from my coalition, and there will be Bengal helping them, which is more unfortunate because Bengal is one of my best allies. So maybe I should think about attacking someone else and getting Bengal in, but I don't see any possibilities for the nations that I could attack, and they're not in my coalition already. So I guess I'm going for the Malwa scenario. Declare? Wait a day. They didn't pay for this fort, so I'm going to get the forced march. And I'll build the 27th, so take this down in a month. Those 2 stacks are coming as well, and they have in total over 110,000 troops to fight. I want to of course get rid of Jaumpur from the war, because this is probably the most powerful force over here. So I went and took the capital and Carpathian provinces around it. They came with a lot of troops right now, so I'm going to piece them out. Now the question is, yeah, probably can't take much, even just a little bit of the money. Short truce and 50 ducats would be absolutely okay. And those boys with a black flag are going to join this stack in Bengal, and with Bengal I want to do exactly the same because I want to get them as my ally. What I'm doing here is of course a beautiful carpet siege. I need to defend my troops! Yes, okay. I didn't expect them to have troops so close. Like, especially they have 40,000 here, even almost 60,000. But I managed to get here on time, and this shouldn't be hurting us at all. Yes, they're just running away somewhere. And I want to purely take money in a peace deal against them. It's a couple of provinces to be sieged down. And yep, there we go, give me money. After this war will be over, I'll be getting them as my ally again. Right now I just need to piece out Malwa because I have actually everything. But I was thinking about taking those 2 provinces to my vassal, to Unark, to feed them furthermore. I need myself to have access to Bahmanis. I'm not going to give them everything. Like this, 58 diplo points. Now I'll be making claims on Bahmanis. I attacked Hadramut to prevent them from joining the coalition. I'm doing the same with Transoxiana, and I don't even have prepared troops around, so this might be a little bit more problematic. To separate peace allow, and I'm going to return all of the Ethiopian cores to their hands, which will cost me just 30 diplo points and almost no, I guess, expansion. On top of that, I'm of course dealing with the alliances. Yeah, just break those two, give me money, and I think we are good to peace out. From Hadramut, I'm going to take everything because I have claims on almost everything. And also I'll take Oman on the same war. I need to keep declaring wars that I'm not prepared for. Same for Poland, our truce just ended. I'm declaring it gives me war with all of these countries. It's not a big problem, but it's just, you know, it's really annoying. I think this war, there will be Brandenburg that will be able to join the coalition. But if I peace out in the new year, it will be okay. And this stack can in fact already, yeah, I'll peace them out and go after Poland. There's a lot of things ongoing. I also declared on Kangra, because they're not allied to anyone and I'm clearing borders. And I also should be able to peace out with Transoxiana, because this would be a massive amount of, I guess, expansion and overextension. Okay, so I took those two provinces from Mazovia, my claims. I wanted to do the same with Poland, but I took only Chęciny because Krakow is 39 development, and that would be a massive amount of Galaxy expansion, so I wanted to prevent that from happening. I also spent 3000 on card houses. Even though my governing capacity is not a problem, I just want to make sure when I have money, because I have a lot of it, that this will be not a problem at any time soon. So it's 1307, and when it updates, it's going to be 1226. This will get me over 100 overextension. Actually, not that much. It's 65 that I have to take. It's 74 here, so I might just take one less province? Or even just different provinces. That's 64. Take money on top of that. And we are exactly on 99.3 overextension. I can core everything without spending even much points. And the borders are absolutely beautiful. Now we need to get ready for Russia. Problem is that the coalition still exists. Now my truce with Jaunpur ended. And they are most likely joining my coalition. So what I'm going to do, I'm going just to ASAP peace out this war, just take my claim, break the relations, and that's it. I'll take some money, but doesn't matter. Now I need to ally Bengal. So now I need to pray to either Jaunpur not join my coalition 23 days, or to the coalition to dissolve, as I ally just Bengal. Anyway, one way or another, I'm getting ready to fight with Transoxiana and Jaunpur, potentially. Coalition is now dissolving, I was counting on that, so I have to attack Jaunpur. Just first of all, I'll make a claim, because I could take one more. Here also make claims. Here also I'll make claims, just the max that I could in fact, and attack Jaunpur. This is not that bad. Like this is bad and not bad, because I'll get rid of Chagatai and Afghanistan from my coalition, but I'll also at war with Transoxiana, and I have 60% overextension from the provinces. So the coring will be stopped, but I will try to white peace them ASAP. You go here, you're going there, you're going straight for this one, you're going for this one. Let's go! Corten country just finished, so just a reminder, during the event you're losing 20 max absolutism, and if you finish it with 65 or more, you're getting plus 20 of max of it. So right now we have 120 of max absolutism, so I can take a couple of privileges from my estates, and I'm going to sit on that just after the war of Jaunpur. White peace was quicker than I expected. I just had to siege down the capital. They out, and I'm going to do the same with Afghanistan, where these boys need to start getting ready for Russia, because I had to do that way earlier, but you know, there are other priorities. This should help, but in the meantime Bahmanis joined the coalition again, so I'm not sure, we'll see. This is like my only chance to completely get rid of it. So peace out. I'm going to core all of the provinces from the 80 overextension end. Yes! No more coalition. Now we can play. This is super helpful. This is super helpful. I can also get Russia as my rival again, which is funny because they have, what is even the army? The army is currently just 66,000. So I think those 4 stacks should be absolutely enough to deal with them. Just we'll get these guys here and these guys there, and then declare Russia. As mentioned, we need to block them from getting farther into Siberia. Let's be honest, Russia is like no enemy for us, look on these numbers. And I can call Oirat into this war, so they will be starting taking those provinces, just hopefully not for themselves. Oh yeah, I need to occupy these provinces ASAP. Like in the worst case scenario, I'll give these provinces to Oirat, but I don't want to do that. The only disadvantage of this was that they are coming to my country without any problems, because I don't have like many forts here. Look how they came through. I think a fort in this province would be a good idea for the future, because this is like this and this is opening way from Europe to my home, because here I'm closed. See this fort line? Here it's completely open and they go as they wish. And about that, I should clear a couple of forts that are not that useful around here, and just keep a few of them. Here I just also got some additional forts, so get rid of them. This one is also not so useful. This one I will keep. Yep, way better. Like, I need to keep my money organized, so in the future I'll be able to get even more stacks when I'll be needing to, you know, expand even quicker. This fort took us just 1.5 years, so that's a pretty quick one. And look, I can take all of these provinces, not pay a single diplo point for the peace deal, and this will be just 80 of overextension and aggressive expansion on almost no one, except of course Russia. So I'll be having to truce juggling them since now as well, which is not a problem. So the war score cost in general is 406 when I peace them out, and now this is 309, and they are no longer available to go into Siberia, so it will be a little bit easier to fully annex them. Remember me taking mission to own a province around here. I think it's time to do it. My expansion in Europe is not that bad. Denmark itself is reformed, so I will not get much expansion Catholics and the Protestants. I can call, of course, Spain. You go straight for Vienna, so separate piece Austria for money or whatever. Austria is as always helpful with money. For 21% of the war score, taking 1.3 thousand ducats. Peace them out, and now we need to deal with Denmark. But the question is, how do you want to do that? Because I'm not going to occupy more than that, probably. And I want to enforce all of these claims. Probably that's just the ticking war score and getting the low attitude, thanks to Kurland. And at the same time, my truce with Transoxiana ended. So I'm going to attack them, and this will be also bringing me war with Jaumpur again. So I'll shorten my truce with them. I will be repairing slowly borders right now a lot. First of all, by the war with Transoxiana, from which I'm going to take all of these provinces. This is going to be some expansion, but I don't see new countries. Maybe except Pasai. Yes, we should improve our relations with Pasai first, and then I'll be trying to piece this out. I might try getting alliance with them, but they are not the best friends with Brunei. Now I can piece them out, so send this. This is the first one. I'm going to core everything. This is like, yeah, 127 extension now. Next piece is going to be against Poland. From Poland, I was looking for annexations, all of this, and also for annexation of Lithuania. So get rid of 2 nations that are potentially members of my coalition. This is like no one new joining the coalition. So I can piece this out. Another 40% overextension. Totally okay. We have the absolutism, we have the admin efficiency, so we need to speed the things up right now. Look how quickly this is going to be cored. It's going to be cored by July 39. So in 1.5 years. What's the problem? There's no problem. We are not going to slow down right now. My truce with Afghanistan ended, so I'm attacking them right away to like get 0 chance of the coalition forming again. Even if they're not ready, I'm attacking right away. I would love to fully annex them, so they will be not able to join my future coalitions. But this is satisfactory as well. We are just going to leave them with the capital, so with Kabul. Take some money, peace them out. I will have to clear this forts a little bit because I don't need that many of them. Aren't those borders absolutely beautiful? I'm doing not only World Conquest without the DLC, but I'm also doing a World Conquest without the border gore. Spain called me in a useless war with Naples and Austria And honestly, again, and look, they're engaging me with, that's a full cannon stack. What's the combat with right now? It's 32, it's almost a full cannon stack. So I could just scorch and run away. But as it will be 2nd November and I'll be there on 10th November. I'll be there on 3rd November. I'll try fighting them, but honestly, as they have the full cannon stack, I'm not saying that, but yeah, it looks like our army quality is better than theirs. And we'll barely win that. Yeah, well, I thought for a second that time also, I don't know why, but I'm going to barely win that. Yep, they even lost more troops. That's very surprising to me. And I want out of this war. Anyway, as I'm going to finally move with my humanist ideas, in the war of Alodia I'm going to give all of these promises to Ethiopia, and I'll be trying to do similar thing in Bahmanis here, but it will be not that easy. You remember that with the DLCs you can increase the level of your advisors if they're from the same culture. Here in the admin, all of the 4 advisors I have to choose are level 1. In the Diplo, 1 is level 3, but I need the improved relation guy, which is also here level 1. And in the military, also all of the advisors are on level 1. Great Britain would like to be my ally, so I'm going to ally them for the time being, because they're Catholic, and I would like to expand into Catholic nations a little bit more. So block my gross expansion on them thanks to this. So I'm going to break my alliance with Tunis, and they'll be my next victim because I have a couple of permanent claims on them. Now, very important and hard step to do is going to be war against Bahmanis. Problem is, they allies to my ally Bengal, and I'm afraid if right now this will end, I will not be able to retake this alliance with the amount of expansion that I'm planning to take from Bahmanis. So this will be very risky. Another thing is that Bengal has 100,000 troops. 100,000, and I have just 4 stacks here. But Bahmanis doesn't have that many troops, and he's actually not paying for the forts. Let me see that. Paid, not paid, not paid, paid. Okay, so I could take those 2 forts right away. I'm going to start the war at the very beginning of the new month. So let me just get to December. This 60k will be going to take care of Bengal, and those 2 stacks will be running around in Bahmanis. They didn't turn on the force, right? Yes. So now, they're also 3 takes behind. Declare the war. Is Berar. No one would like to help you. You'll be there on the 3rd January. So he is going to be slightly too late. If I give you this boy, he's going to be on time. And those guys, same. Run straight here, 21st December. So those 2 forts will be taken in a month. Where's my camera, guys? Where's my camera? There it is. I'm so sorry. I don't know why it disappeared. But you know, mysterious voice without the camera. With massive expansion, our governing capacity is getting closer and closer here. And the next one will be on the Tech 20, so pretty soon. And we have a lot of space, but still, as we have money, I'm going to build a couple of the buildings, except of course my capital state, a nice capital state, to make it better. And my income is currently getting close to 300, so that's pretty nice. There's a lot of time that passed since the last time I showed you how to do a carpet siege. So, for example, I have this stack coming into the land of the enemy. Then I'm going to hold D. This is going to detach 1k stacks and you'll be left with only artillery. If you want to start carpet siege from your provinces, you click the main stack and you just spam S and you keep clicking on the armies and clicking S. You can do the same as with D, but a little bit slower. So let's start again. D, I'm going to spam it. Then you hold the whole army, you click V. V is leaving 1k stack in the current province. Then I'm going to click, for example, here and click V. This is detaching 1 army to go with this movement, and then I'm just going to spam in the whole country exactly same movement. So I'll show you a second, cut specing almost the whole country, as easy as that. Also in the new patch there was a mistake that Paradox made D as attached to the armies, so what you have to do is to change the shortcut for the attaching the armies, or you can just go with the S. What do you prefer? Of course, taking a couple of provinces for my vassal costs me more war score cost because they have lower admin efficiency, but I think there's not big rush with the peace deals, and that's basically what I'm going to take. All of this for the vassal and all of this for myself. Let's finish this up. This is nice. Can I retake the alliance? Yes, I can. I just need to wait a couple of days. I think it's also a good moment now to start annexing Ethiopia. The development is right now 160 development, so it's not a small country. And if you go to the annex vassal tab, you'll see that it's going just to take 6 years. What's 6 years for us? And soon we'll have to think about creating a new vassal. This Humanis idea is pretty lovely. 30% improved relation bonus. So right now, for example, in Austria, I'm using 4 Agas expansion monthly, and this is even though we have some overextension. To show you that I'm constantly working on my manpower when I'm having too many points. Like right now it's 120, I can't even breach the walls with my mil points, so I'm just spending that on the main provinces, which is not the cheapest that I've seen, but it's okay, and it helps me keeping Crownland on the high level, which gives me plus 15 max absolutism. And look on the manpower map mod. You see clearly that I'm deving those provinces, and I also have a couple of soldiers households, yes, and my max manpower is 340,000, which for no DLC and just those provinces stated, I think it's alright. Guess where started the second institution? So the manufacturers, remember earlier we also had a global trade, so it's PowerPoints, and this should spread in our country very quickly. Like here, for example, it's 1 monthly, 5 monthly in Constantinople. Yes, I should get that in all of my main provinces. This is disaster, 46 army tradition, and this is kind of the generals that I'm rolling. Wow, that's better, let's use him. Okay, time to declare on Russia. On Nizhny Novgorod, we go there, you go there, you go there. Our ruler just died. It is not a surprise, he was like 60 years old, look, the heir is 52, but this is something that I like. 455 heir, the question is how quickly you'll be able to get him, and of course I need to pay Janissaries to stay. With finished Humanis ideas, I have new policies, for example for improved relations, so I'm going to take it. Here I have an extra diplomat, which I think I'm going to keep because this situation is not very bad. I'm mainly spending on annexing my vassal, and I'm really ahead in the technology. Let me think about the others. Here, if I would be taking something, that would be this. And in fact, I could take it because I'm losing 1 diplo point monthly for being over the relations limit, and this will give me the relations limit. So I'm basically taking this policy for free with my current situation. Take it. There we go with the annexation of Ethiopia, and my borders are getting even better, and my total development is 5.6 thousand. We need to pump up those numbers, and from the war with Russia I'm going to take all of the lands on this side plus my 3 claims, because let me show you, that costs me a lot of all the points. It's okay, I'm going to release another vassal, because there cannot be any vein like this. I'm going to release Novgorod with all of these provinces, and I'm going to sell them, a few of them like Nevar, Rzew, Pskov, Ostrov. This will decrease my prestige a little bit, but we'll take that back in the war against Austria in a second. This will be a big war, and no, yes, okay, I need to finish this small war against Medjugorje. So I'll be able to declare Austria and call Spain to it. So Spain will not be able to protect Tunis, because this is a problem. Unfortunately, I got caught into the war between Savoy and Venice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use that because Austria is on the same side as us. So I can attack Chile without them joining. You can see most of those guys will not join. I can call Spain. It's now Spain will not be able to protect Tunis. From Tunis I'm going to take all of my permanent claims, that's 18% of overextension, so not much, and just 22 of aggressive expansion. Can I take any money? I can take a little bit of it. Now I can call all of the provinces. I'm not going to take this, I'm going to take the mission. Is this one, take Tripolitania. This gives me new claims on those provinces, which I'm going to take in the next war versus Tunis. From Chile, I'm going to take all 3 my claims. This is pretty much a lot of aggressive expansion, but remember they are Catholic, so it doesn't hurt me that much. I'm thinking if I should just take more, no, for now this will be good. Just a little bit money on top of that, that's not much, but step by step we are getting into Europe. I've got the new king, but look what kind of I got. I cannot disinherit him, so try to disinherit him by making him my leader. He's called Murat Osmanoglu. Okay, Mr. Murat Osmanoglu, you're going to be my best leader until you die. Full annexation of Alada is going to be absolutely beautiful. It's 72 overextension, and I love it. Bengal just hates me. He keeps reallying every single nation that I'm breaking into relations with. I broke the relations with Bahmanis I think twice already, and I just keep getting back this alliance. I'm sick of it. I'm going to start making claims of you, and that's the last moment of you being my ally. In the meantime, I'm eating with the nations over here one by another, so they'll be not able to join any of my coalitions if they don't exist. And you can see we are minimizing right now the amount of such nations. There's mainly Muslims, but we go treat with most of them. We are the main Muslim nation right now, so we're not getting, I guess, expansion of them, and this will open us way to this region, which is like full of different religions, so it's AE3, I would say. This is even better than losing air in a freaking battle. Well, like, I can't say it yet because knowing my luck, he's going still to be alive. We have 75% chance that this useless heir is going to die. Okay, 3-3 is not the best, but it's definitely better, so I'm going to, of course, to take it. I'm coming to cap of my power points, and this cost me already just 5.5 thousand, so just embrace and take this technology number 1, number 2, yeah, on the 20th already, and those 2 I'll wait until, oh yeah, I could wait with this until January as well. Oh yeah, I could, but it's okay, take those 2, we are up to date, and this will come as well soon. I don't know, Spain, I think they just hate me, they keep calling me into useless wars. This time, like, they have Great Britain and they need me to deal with Austria. I want to attack Austria by myself finally, but they're not letting me do that because this constant call to arms. Like, screw you, Spain. I have no idea what the coalition wants to achieve. Like, look, these countries, they think they will achieve against something against this. Okay, I guess, but what I have to do because of that is to attack Jaunpur just right now, so those countries will be not in the coalition, and I'll deal with them after Bahmanis. Just for now I have 1 stack to do something, and this is going to just siege down Afghanistan. I gave all of those princes to Nunark. By myself I took this, and from Jaunpur I'm going to take as much as possible for me. This sneaky bastard already took alliance with Chagatai, but I'm still at war with them, so I'm going to freaking break it. And we need a little bit more Warsaw for that. And this is going to be my last peace deal. I just need something like that. I'm going to core everything, slice over 100, not a problem. We have 300 income now, and we have almost 3,000 of the development. On the player's map mode it looks like that. So I think we are in a very good way for a world conquest, and we are missing just 160 years right now to finish it. Now the key things to do will be to get to imperialism in 2 technologies. That will be super priority. So I'll be able to take more provinces, I'll be having war goal on everyone, and I'm not paying for unjustified demands. And together with this, I'll have to go more heavily into Europe, especially Great Britain, which is for now my ally because I don't want, I guess, expansion on them. I might think about taking down the Empire. For this, I would have to ally all of the electors, except those allied to Saxony, and attack this. I think it's totally doable, looking on the electors being all around here, probably also allied to each other. Yes, they all allied to each other. We'll just dissolve the HR in the next episode, and I will be dissolving China as well. Slower than I thought, but we're going through beautiful borders in India, so I guess it's worth it. So guys, for today, this will be all. If you enjoyed this episode, remember the likes and comments, and of course subscribe to the channel to support us. And I will see you soon in another episode.